Did you know that there's a job in tech that allows you to travel around the world, speak at conferences, write articles, and even make cool videos like this? Yes, it's a real job, and it's called developer advocacy. Is it just about traveling around the world and speaking at conferences, or is it a marketing role in disguise? Or do they even write code at all? Anyways, in this video, we are going to be clearing all of those confusions, and I will be explaining what developer advocacy is, how it fits into developer relations, the key skills needed to succeed in this role, and how you can land a role in this field. So before I continue, if you're not already subscribed to this channel, it is a crime. Please do well to subscribe, do well to like this video. I promise you it's going to be great and you're going to learn a whole lot. What exactly is developer relations, or Dev Rel for short? At its core, developer relations is all about building relationships between a company and the developer community. It is not just about promoting a product, it is about making sure that developers actually get to use it and succeed with it. When done right, developer relations help drive adoption, improve the product, and even build entire ecosystems around a company's technology. Now, within developer relations, there are a key few roles, and each of them play a different part in supporting developers. The title Developer Relations Manager can be ambiguous and confused with community manager. So here are some roles and titles that better describe the work that people in these positions actually do. The first one is developer advocates. Now, these people are connectors. They work directly with developers, they create content, they gather feedback, and make sure that developers' needs are heard by the product and engineering teams. The second role is developer experience engineers. Now, these folks focus on the tools, documentations, and overall experience of using a company's product. If you've ever struggled with an API and found a beautifully written documentation or guide that made things work easily, that is DX work in action. The third role I would like to highlight is developers marketer. Their role is mainly increasing product awareness, adoption, and advocacy in developer communities. Now, the last role I would like to talk about is developer evangelists. Sounds like evangelist. Now, they are very similar to developer advocates, but they tend to be more outward facing. Their main job is to spread the word. So whether it is speaking at conferences, running workshops, or showing developers why a tool is worth their time. Now, each of these roles play a crucial part in helping developers not just use a product, but also enjoy the process. All of these roles put together are all under the umbrella term developer relations. And the truth is that depending on the company and what they choose to put as the title of this job, you may be doing the role of a developer evangelist, even though your job title is a developer advocate. And sometimes you may have some companies that would combine several of these roles together into one job. And it's not bad. It just depends on the company, it depends on the role and the title that they choose to call it, and even depends on the product or service that you are advocating for. Anyways, I just needed to put that out there. So it is not fixed in stone. So the goal of this video is to unravel developer advocacy, which is a role I currently do right now. So let us talk about that in details. What exactly is developer advocacy? You've probably seen some people's Twitter bio with an avocado cut in half, and they tell you that they are developer advocates. And sometimes you might be wondering if they grow avocados or whether eating avocados is part of their job description. Well, this is the unofficial symbol of developer advocacy. So anytime you see an avocado cut in half besides a person's bio, it's most likely that they are working as a developer advocate. At its core, developer advocacy is about empowering developers. But now, here's the thing. Developer advocates are developers first. So before you say you want to become a developer advocate, you have to be a developer. Now, you must not be an expert developer, but then you have to have some form of developer experience. Developer advocates write code, build projects, and solve real-life problems, just like any developer. Now, what is the difference? The difference is that they are focused on helping other developers succeed with a specific tool, framework, or platform. You get it? They focus on 3 C's: content, community, and code. Now, let's talk about content. Developer advocates create videos, articles, tutorials, and documentation to make complex topics easier to understand. If you've ever watched a YouTube video that helped you grasp a tricky topic about using a particular product or service, it is most likely that a developer advocate created it. Now, the other C, community. Developer advocates are usually wherever you find developers. Think about it: Discord, Twitter, GitHub, forums, anywhere you find developers. So you find them answering questions, engaging in discussions, and making sure developers feel supported. They also organize and participate in hackathons, meetups, and online events to connect with the community. The last C is code. Unlike traditional marketing roles, developer advocates write code. They build example applications, contribute to open source projects, and create SDKs that make it easier for other developers to use a product. At the end of the day, a developer advocate is the bridge between developers and the company that they represent. They take feedback from real users, bring it back to the engineering teams, and help improve the product. They don't just talk about tech, they build with it, they teach it, and they help shape it. Is developer advocacy right for you? Now, not everyone who writes code wants to be a developer advocate, and that is perfectly fine. But if you are someone that likes writing code, and maybe you like teaching, you like talking to people, you like connecting and all of that, then this role might just be the perfect one for you. At its core, developer advocacy is a blend of technical expertise, communication, and community engagement. If you're wondering if you might be a good fit, here are some key traits that makes you a great developer advocate. Number 1, technical proficiency. You don't have to be a senior engineer, but you must be comfortable writing code, debugging, and building real-world applications. Since you'll be helping other developers, understanding their pain points is very important. 2, communication skills. A big part of this role is breaking down complex technical concepts into something digestible. So whether it is through writing, videos, podcasts, live talks, workshops, or any other means, you need to be able to explain things clearly and in a manner that resonates with different levels of developers. Number 3, passion for community. If you like engaging with developers, whether through answering questions, hosting workshops, or just hanging out on Discord, Twitter, and the likes, this role is all about building connections, to be honest. Number 4 is adaptability. One day you might be writing a blog post, the next day you're giving a conference talk, and the next day after that you're sitting with engineers discussing product feedbacks. Being comfortable wearing multiple hats is essential for this role. So who thrives in this role? Someone who enjoys coding but also enjoys explaining how things work. A person who is comfortable writing blogs, making videos, and creating tutorials. Someone who naturally engages with community, answers questions, and shares knowledge. A developer who is comfortable with public speaking or is at least open to it. Someone who can balance working with external developers and internal product teams and ensure feedback flow both ways. If this sounds like you, then developer advocacy might just be your thing. So you're interested in developer advocacy, correct? How do you actually become a developer advocate? Unlike traditional engineering career paths, there is no exact single straight way for this role. Instead, it is mostly about building visibility, contributing to the developer community, and honing both your technical skills and your communication skills. I would explain. One of the most easiest ways to break in is to start by creating content. So you could start by writing articles, creating videos, doing podcasts, or even sharing insightful Twitter threads about technologies that you love. Now, the goal is not just to prove yourself, it is also to be able to help other developers. Because remember, as a developer advocate, you're going to be working with mostly developers. Over time, building all of this content in public is going to build your visibility. Not just build your visibility, but it is also going to build your credibility and showcase your ability to explain technical concepts clearly. Now, the next thing is to get involved in developer communities. So if you're already not involved in developer communities, then you are sleeping. Get involved, ask questions, answer questions, create tutorials for the communities. Just do all that you can in those communities to build visibility and credibility also. Now, this is going to show that you have experience working with communities. Another good way is to contribute to open source projects or improving documentations, because those are some of the things that you are going to be doing in your day-to-day job as a developer advocate. If you're open to speaking, start small. Start by trying to speak at your local communities, meetups. Start by volunteering to speak or maybe moderate a panel session. Get your hands dirty by actually speaking in public. Now, this is going to build a very good portfolio for you as to show that you have experience speaking in public or generally like with public speaking. It might feel intimidating at first, especially if you're someone that does not like to talk in public. But then trust me, the more you get to do it, the easier it becomes. Or maybe if it doesn't get easier, it's going to get at least familiar and you'll be able to scale through with it. Now, when you're ready to start applying for roles, having a strong portfolio is going to help you. So your portfolio should show all of the things that you have done in the past relating to that role. So those blog posts that you've written, those articles, those technical documentations that you've worked on, those speaking engagements that you have done, those workshops that you've organized, anything at all that is relating to this role that you have done, all of them put together is going to help you build a strong portfolio. Don't forget, you also have to have technical experience. So even those projects that you've built, put together is going to help you build a strong portfolio. Now, soft skills like communication and storytelling are even just as important as your technical skills. So do not just go on focusing on the technical skills, writing articles and all of that, and then forget the soft skills like communication and storytelling. They are really going to help you in your developer advocacy career. And then don't forget, network. Connect with people, talk to people, tell them that you're looking out for developer advocacy roles. You may just get referred, especially if you've been putting out evidences about those skills that you have. So do not be afraid of networking, asking and telling people about the role that you're interested in, and also looking out for opportunities relating to developer relations. So you can even join those developer relations related events. There are some of them that exist, communities, join all of those stuff. Because at the end of the day, many job opportunities comes from belonging to communities. If you are constantly engaging, sharing, creating, you are already positioning yourself for a developer advocacy career. So before I go, what are some of the pros and cons of being a developer advocate? I'm not just going to come here and tell you, oh, developer advocacy, this and that. I also want to tell you the good side and the bad side of it. Now, one of the perks of being a developer advocate is the variety of work. Now, this might be a good thing to some people, but it might also be a bad thing to some people. But what do I mean by variety of work? Unlike traditional software engineering roles where you spend most of your time coding, as a developer advocate, you're going to spend your time in a blend of multiple things. It could be writing articles, it might be writing code, it might be building something, it might be speaking at conferences, it might be traveling. All of those things are different varieties of your work. And you have to wear all of those hats, whether you like it or not. So it's actually a good thing if you're looking to build yourself in different areas, especially both in communication, your hard skills, your soft skills, all of those different areas. Another major advantage of this role is the impact that you have on the developer community. So it's actually very fulfilling to meet someone that has directly benefited from your work. It could be in answering questions, it could be in organizing events, in helping developers get better at development. All of those things could be really rewarding and fulfilling. Another perk of this role is that it keeps you on your toes and you are continuously learning. So whether you like it or not, you're going to keep improving because you need to be up to date with all of the technologies that you're going to be using and talking about. So you keep learning, you keep staying in sync with the latest development in the ecosystem, you keep improving yourself both technically and soft skill wise. You just keep learning. So you learn a lot, and that is actually good if you're somebody that likes to learn, which you should be. You should like learning. Don't you like learning? Let's not forget about the travel opportunities that come with this role. So as a developer advocate, you actually get to represent your company at different conferences and events happening inside of town and even outside of the country that you live in. So you get to travel. You get to travel to new places, spend some time interacting with different cultures, different people, different nationalities while doing your work. So it's like traveling for work. Let's talk about the cons of developer advocacy. Now, one of the cons, which is also like the major con for me, is balancing multiple responsibilities. So while it might be fun to travel and do all of those things, there are some times that it could get a lot because you're writing articles, you're building apps, you're talking to people, you're engaging with community, you're giving feedback, you're doing SDKs. At the end of the day, it could be a lot, especially if you're someone that likes to just do one thing for long. It's going to be a lot of responsibilities at the same time. And it can actually be overwhelming if you do not manage your time well. Another con of being a developer advocate is the travel demands. Now, you might be saying that who would be complaining about traveling? Who doesn't like to travel? But then, while speaking in conferences can be a great way to grow your career, frequent travels could be exhausting, especially if you're juggling aside with content creation, community management, and other things that you do in your day-to-day job. Some people actually thrive on this, but then others burn out quickly. The last con I would like to talk about is that measuring success in Dev Rel can be tricky. So like unlike other software engineering roles where you measure your success by how many bugs you fixed, how many features you pushed out, in developer advocacy or Dev Rel, the metrics are more abstract. So are you calculating how many blog views you got? Are you calculating how many people you spoke to? Or how many people use the product after viewing your content? Or is it the Twitter engagements? So different companies measure impact differently. And this can make it a bit frustrating if you're trying to like set goals around all of those things. So yeah, developer advocacy is an exciting role, very interesting. I currently work as a developer advocate and it's quite interesting to be honest, but then it has like its upsides and its downsides. Let me know what you think. Do you think developer advocacy or Dev Rel is a good role for you? Do you think it is relating to marketing? Just let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And please, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, and please share this video as well. It's going to go a long way to helping me stay motivated to keep making these kinds of videos. I have a weekly newsletter where I put out opportunities in Web3. Do well to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And also, if you're trying to break into tech and learn a tech skill, I have some career paths in the description box as well. So find one that works for you and get started in your tech journey. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!